everybody, and a warm welcome to my channel, Tarot by Izabela. I am very happy to see you here today, and I hope you all doing fine. Today's reading will be about Bovaer. And I have had many viewers asking me to do a reading about this substance. It's a kind of additive that they lately have been putting into the feed of cows to reduce their methane production for the sake of the climate. Yeah. And this new additive, there have been a lot of controversial articles and discussions about it that unfortunately has not reached the mainstream media. But I decided to do a reading about Bovaer, and one of the main persons in Sweden that was really fighting against this substance is a friend of mine, Marit. And Marit has been a dairy farmer for many years. Now she's doing other stuff, but for many years she was really taking good care of her cows and trying to produce the best milk she could. And she loved her cows, and she knows a lot about farming and cow feed and things like that. And Marit has been one of the main persons here in Sweden to fight against this Bovaer. And she has been calling around to many different companies, dairy companies, asking about this product and why and so on. And a lot of her work, well, she has posted it on her channel. And I have attached down in the description a link to Marit's channel on YouTube. And it's mainly for those who understand Swedish, because on her channel she's recording calls to different dairy factories and so on. And she is also posting a lot of information about Bovaer. So if you're interested, I can warmly recommend for you that understand Swedish to take a look at her channel. And as I said, the link is down in the description. In front of me, I have some short facts about Bovaer that I would like to read to you first before I start the reading, because many people don't know about Bovaer, have never heard about it, and are not aware that they're putting this kind of substance into the feed of the cows. Everything in the name of the sacred climate change. So I will read these short facts first. After that, I'm gonna take a look in the crystal ball and the tarot cards to see if they have something more to say about this substance. So now let's start then. Glasses on, and let's see what the short facts have to say. Bovaer is a feed additive developed by DSM Firmenich and is marketed under the name Bovaer 10. And this company is also associated with BlackRock, Vanguard, and all those famous names. The active substance in Bovaer is 3-nitrooxypropanol, or 3-NOP, a synthetic organic compound closely related to other nitrate esters, often used as explosives or propellants. Bovaer also contains propyl glycol and silica. And how does this substance work? 3-NOP inhibits a specific enzyme in the cow's rumen, which is responsible for methane formation during digestion. The result is a reduction in methane emissions by an average of 30% for dairy cows. So they are messing with the cow's digestive systems. It is approved in the EU, of course, in the USA, FDA, of course, the UK, Japan, and others, a total of 65 countries. And when you search on Bovaer, like a Google search, you will find it difficult to find any negative articles written on Bovaer, and is promoted as safe and effective. And that phrase, safe and effective, has become a corporate smokescreen used to market. In the past, we have all maybe heard about glyphosate, fluoride, red dye 40, BPA, GMOs, aspartame, sucralose, a special treatment that was aggressively pushed on the human population a couple of years ago, and the list goes on. These additives were once waved through by regulatory agencies despite limited long-term research. Only years later did the real effect emerge: endocrine disruption, neurological issues, the C word, risk, reproductive harm, and many others. So when Bovaer gets stamped with that all familiar label, safe and effective, we should be asking questions, especially since the long-term safety studies on both animals and humans consuming those animals and products from those animals like milk, cheese, butter, and so on are virtually non-existent. And down in the description, I have attached some links about Bovaer if you want to look at them and maybe learn more. Denmark is the only country with a mandatory Bovaer for at least 80 days a year, with fines for those who refuse to poison their cows, I would say. Since the requirement was introduced, several hundred Danish dairy farmers have reported serious problems like high fever, diarrhea, mastitis, swollen legs, decreased appetite, and milk production, fertility disorders, increased cell count, digital dermatitis, and isolated cases of collapses and deaths in their animals. I have an example here. Farmers like Hubert von Dorp, Rian Blum have over 90 sick cows on one farm, and Anders Ring have gone public. Many stopped using Bovaer and saw a rapid improvement in their cows' health. A survey by Siege Innovation from November 2025 of over 550 farmers was that half of those using Bovaer reported such serious problems that they reduced or stopped the dose. The government has eased the requirement so that entire herds or individual cows can be accepted if a health risk is suspected. In Norway, all use was paused in November 2025, pending the Danish precautionary investigation. In Sweden, the use of Bovaer is no compulsion, used in small-scale trials, including some Arla farms and Norrmejeriernas Norrlogiskt. Arla has stopped new trials after the Danish alarms. In organic production, it is forbidden to feed with Bovaer. Even though some companies have stopped, there are a lot of countries that are importing dairy products from countries that still use Bovaer. Regarding long-term effects and safety, the approval from EFSA 2022 is based on short-term studies up to 5 years. There are no large, I repeat, no large independent long-term studies on the effects after 5 to 10 years of the herd level or on metabolites in milk, meat with large scale. Critic points out that 3-NOP is a nitrate ester structurally similar to nitroglycerin, sensitive in pure form, meaning risk for explosion, and is irritating when inhaled. In feed for the cows, it is diluted, but uneven mixing can cause local overdoses. No residues in milk meat, according to the authorities, of course, but some independent voices question the accumulation of metabolites over time. This has not been sufficiently researched. Farmers, consumers, and politicians in Denmark, Norway demand a pause and stop until the cause is clarified. And for example, a small butcher in Denmark complained that when he slaughtered a cow that had received only the half of the amount of Bovaer that the government wants, the animal smelled bad during slaughter, and later in the cold storage room there was a very unpleasant smell. He said that freshly slaughtered animals do not normally smell like that. And he has been a butcher for for more than 45 years. And he had never experienced something like that. Well, that was some short facts about Bovaer. And my question is, it's always those big, well-known companies that are pushing this kind of poison on the people, and now they are poisoning our cows, our beautiful cows. And remember, those big names, I will not say any names here, that handle the dairy products from Bovaer cows and that have pushed this product on the cows, they also make baby formula. Imagine if the cows get sick, and whatever you eat will affect your body, and eventually also the milk in the cow. How can that affect, for example, babies who are fed with baby formula from Bovaer cows? It seems like there is a very big dark agenda behind this. For example, women that have given birth, she must be very careful what she eats during the time that she breastfeeds her baby. She cannot eat any medication, or she has to be very careful whatever she puts in her body, because that can be transmitted to her baby through the breast milk. And why should not that be the case with cows? Imagine. They make baby formula from Bovaer cows. Anyway, that was just a thought. But now let's start the reading. First, I need to concentrate for a few moments on my crystal ball. And soon we start. So just give me a few moments and we'll see what the crystal will have to say about Bovaer. Okay. Well, the crystal ball, first it shows me every time you mess with nature, it will end bad. And around this product, I see a skull, like a cross and bone skull. And it's not healthy for anyone. Not the cows, not the farmers, and not those who are consuming the products from Bovaer cows. And the mainstream media, I see them with tape over the mouth. They are not allowed to talk about Bovaer. They are not allowed to point out any risks or dangers with that product. But through what we have been through the last 6 years, a lot of people are very suspicious to whatever government, EU, new products, so-called medicines, climate change requirements that are pushing on the people. There are a lot of suspicions. People are much more awake than they ever were. And this information will be spread mainly through mouth to mouth and people that are pointing out the dangers. I see beginning next year, this tape over the mainstream media's mouths will be torn off, and they must talk about the danger with this product. Whenever you torture living beings for a false climate change agenda, it will not end well. Experiments on them. It will not end well for the animals, but definitely at the end, it will not end well for those who pushed it, because it will be brought back on them, and it will kick them hard in symbolical face. And here I see this is symbolical, like Mother Gaia rising over the planet and really begin to fight back for her creations, for the animals. And if they're gonna push this, they will not last long, because there will be a real big fight back on this. Unfortunately, until then, a lot of cows will have to sacrifice their lives and their health to wake up the people. Mm. I don't know if I want to say this, but I will have to say in codes. There will be reports quite soon on some side effects that will affect very little ones after they have been using substitutes for breast milk. Mm. And I can recommend those who are using, those who cannot breastfeed, they should really try to find, if it's possible, organic baby formula that can be proven comes from healthy animals that are not fed with poison. Mm. The evil ones, their agenda was not as successful as they wished with this treatment. Mm. There are a lot of countries and a lot of people that refused it and could point it out that it was not safe nor effective. They still want to, those who are left of the evil ones, they still want to push their agenda of depopulating this planet. And this is one of them, I would say. But they will not succeed. It will blow up on themselves. And since there are so many farmers that have cows because they love cows and they love their job, and they're not only there for making big money, they are really there as a family tradition, and they love their work and they want to have healthy and happy animals. They will also contact media, and they will also spread their version of what is good and bad for their animals. And those who have pushed it, this product, on the farmers, they will be caught and they will be brought to justice. There are so big and dark secrets that will come up to the open that it's quite horrifying. I don't really want to deep dive into those rabbit holes because I will not be able to sleep later on. But I see there are really dark demonic plans they had for humanity. The good thing is that those plans will not be fulfilled. They will be stopped and reversed. Okay, that was what I could see in the crystal ball. Let's take some cards on Bovaer. and some oracle cards. And finally, some dice. This was blank. I need another one. And the cards and dice, they look like this. Let's see what we have here. In the tarot cards, we have Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords, the Magician, Ace of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Then we have Courthouse on the Oracle cards. We have the Sun, Temperance, Let Go, and Water. On the dice, we have Sister and a piece of cake. We have a star, a witch's hat, turn, and clouds. Yeah, in the center we have a witch's hat and the magicians. So some very dark forces, occult, evil forces have been behind the invention of this product. And they thought they would get away with it. But no, they will not succeed. We have Courthouse waiting for them. And it will be a piece of cake for the good justice system, the fair justice system, to catch them all when the time is ready. Because they have the light, we have the sun and we have stars, so the light is on them. They will not be able to hide, and they will be brought into justice. We have the Eight of Swords, someone with handcuffs, with a hand stuck behind their back. They will not be able to escape this, and they will not be able to fulfill their dark agenda. Everything's gonna turn for the better. We are approaching a time, the big cleanse of those evil creatures. New fresh water. Yeah, it's gonna be washed away, I would say. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. They thought they had the advantage, but what was up will be turned down, and it will not end well for those who are pushing this agenda. And we have Ace of Cups. The love will win. Yeah, so this substance, Bovaer, will not exist for so long. Everything will turn around, and those pushing it will be brought into justice. But still, I can recommend you all to talk to your friends and families and whoever about this product if you can. And if you can have some good maybe YouTube links or something to show to the people that this product is not good. Not good for the cows. And if it's not good for the cows, are living beautiful cows, how can it be good for those people that consume products from those cows? Anyway, well, that was my reading about Bovaer. And to all of you wonderful, beautiful viewers out there, I want to thank you so much for watching. And hopefully we're gonna see each other soon again. Bye bye.